Hello, good morning. The previous reporter they discussed the module 1, which it talks about teaching and learning with technology and understanding the basic concepts in ICT. And of course, they also discussed the rules of ICT in teaching and learning. So this morning, me and my group mates will discuss the module 2, which is module 2, ICT policies and issues, implications to teaching and learning. So I am your instructor this morning, Hazel Grace C. Urban. But before we go to our discussion, let's have first, of course, our classroom rules. Be attentive and participative. Don't use your phones during discussion. Raise your left hand ha, when you have something to share or clarifications. And when I ask nagets, you'll respond correct. Nagets? Okay, thank you. So those are the classroom rules throughout my discussion. So of course, let's have our motivation first. So of course, for us to be able to have a brief idea or short idea on what I am going to discuss. So here is the picture. So what can you depict or what can you tell about this picture that being presented? Anyone? Okay, that's correct. The best presentation of that picture is about technology. And most of the Gen Z are babad sa social media wherein we can basically say that in the near future, which is merong word na future dyan, mas lalong na-i-engage yung every individual on using technology. And by using technology also, dito sa picture we have a parang an internet connectivity wherein we can connect or communicate to other person that are far from us or parang medyo malayo lang sa atin. And we can also access information kahit saan man tayo or even we are at home. So, yun siya. And we have here our lesson objectives. So before the lesson proper, of course, we have our objectives so that this will be our guide on what will be the outcome of this discussion. So everybody read. At the end of the lesson, students can define ICT policy, identify new ICT technologies and the ICT roadmap, and third, demonstrate the use and importance of ICT in real-life situations. So those are the objectives. So of course, let's have an activity first, and it is entitled 4 Picks, 1 Word. So are you familiar with 4 Picks, 1 Word, right? Yeah, I know that most of the BS and Math 3 are playing this, are using this app and playing this 4 Picks, 1 Word. So let's have the first picture. What do you think it is? What word it is? So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters. Okay, anyone? Okay, that is correct. It is internet. Kasi merong logo ng internet and internet connectivity and Wi-Fi, which is, internet pa din. Next picture is, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 letters. What do you think it is? Okay, correct. It is information because of the word info and parang magnifying glass, then letter I, which is stands for information. Expert na expert talaga kayo sa 4 Picks, 1 Word. The next is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 letters. What do you think, what word it is? What do you think? Okay, correct. It is networking. It is because merong picture na net dito, merong working, basically nagwo-work. And of course, networking is from interconnected of from one into so many gadgets or technologies. Yeah. And last is it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 letters ulit. What do you think it is? Okay, absolutely. It is technology because as what you can see, it is those four pictures depicts technology, of course, basically. So with those pictures, what do you think is our lesson for today? Anyone? Okay, that is correct. It talks about, yeah, basically technology kasi ito yung core subject natin, technology. Maybe networking, information. Okay, all of those answers are correct or related to our discussion this morning. And which among the pictures do you know the uses? And where do you usually see it? Okay, anyone? Okay, yeah, basically, technology or the gadgets like cell phones, laptops, and we use it in communicating, in doing our tasks, doing our assignments, or creating PowerPoint presentation, documents. So yeah, basically those. So of course, here is the module 2, ICT policies and issues, implications to teaching and learning. So let's have a short introduction about this. And under the module 2, we have two lessons, which are lesson 1, policies and issues on internet and implications to teaching and learning. And lesson 2, safety issues on the use of ICT, including e-safety rules. So we have here a quotation. The future has arrived. Now we have to ensure that we have a place in it. It is according to the Department of Information, Communication, and Technology or the ICT. So, the future has arrived. So, ibig sabihin nito, we are technologically advanced. So, kapag sasabihin natin technologically advanced, mas na-innovate pa yung mga technologies or yung mga gadgets na na-invent before. So, kailangan nating, now we have to ensure that we have place in it. So, kailangan nating ensure na meron tayong lugar doon or alam natin what are the uses, paano gamitin yung mga technologies natin so that hindi tayo maa-out of place sa mismong lugar natin or sa mismong, sa mismong lugar natin. So, let's have first the lesson 1. Policies and issues on the internet and implications to teaching and learning. So, ito yung i-discuss ko sa inyo. Then, under dito sa lesson 1, we have definition of ICT policy, new ICT technologies, and the ICT roadmap. So, those three subtopics under the lesson 1 are the topic that I am going to discuss. So, first, let's have the definition of ICT policy. The Oxford Dictionary has defined policy as a course of action adopted and pursued by a government, party, ruler, or statesman. So according dito sa Oxford Dictionary daw, they define the policy as a course of action. Wherein, ito yun siya yung parang ginagawa or ginagawa noong mga person na nasa higher position and or like na mga nasa government, yun siya, and they disseminate those policies sa mga party or sa mga organization so that maa-apply noong mga some other agencies or organization yung policy na ginawa noong nasa higher position. Next definition is a set of guidelines that provides an ICT framework to all technology stakeholders addressing ICT duties, responsibilities, and rights. It is concerned with ICT issues. So, ICT policy is, ito yun siya yung mga guidelines when we are using technologies and when addressing ICT duties and responsibilities. Also rights. And of course, this policy is very concerned with ICT issues. So, madidiscuss ng mga kasama ko what are those ICT issues. So, function of ICT policy. To create a conducive environment for the rapid expansion of ICT networks and services that are accessible to all at reasonable costs and contribute to the development of the various socioeconomic sectors. So, ang function ng ICT policy is para makakreate ng very conducive environment wherein every individual are using technologies. So, kailangan talaga natin ng policies para so that alam natin what are the pros and cons, what are the advantages and disadvantages so that we can create a conducive and safety environment, of course. And yung function ng ICT policies, of course, sa education is so that ma-aware yung mga teachers and the learners kung ano yung mga hindi dapat gawin at dapat gawin kapag gagamitin natin yung technology sa education. And so sa business naman, malaki yung ambag ng ICT policy sa when it talks about sa business kasi yun nga para alam natin kung paano talaga gamitin yung technology and ano yung mga dapat na information na ilalagay natin sa internet or na wherein makikita ng maraming tao. And of course, sa politics, kailangan din natin ng policy sa politics kasi most of the people is kung ano yung nakikita nila or nababasa nila is pinaniniwalaan na kaagad nila without even knowing what is the truth behind of that. So, kailangan talaga natin ng policy, ng ICT policy sa politics so that maproprotect natin yung reputation ng isang tao na hindi lang basta-basta mag-i-input doon ng mga information which are hindi naman totoo or somehow totoo naman siya. So, let's proceed now to the new ICT technologies. So, there are 3 new ICT technologies and parang generalize niya na ito. First is information technology. Second is telecommunication technologies. And third is networking technologies. So first, let us discuss the information technology. So here in information technology includes the use of computers which has become indispensable in modern societies to process data, store, retrieve, and exchange all kinds of data and informations. So dito sa information technology, it includes the use of computers or mga cellphones, laptops, personal computers, or some other technologies na ginagamit natin to process data or to store data or doon natin ilalagay yung mga datas natin like mga pictures or mga informations, mga videos or mga documents natin like PowerPoint presentations, retrieve and exchange all kinds of data and information. So dito sa information technology, dito natin ini-store or dito natin sinisave yung mga data which matatransform natin siya into information. Example is sa social media, specifically sa Facebook. Nag-post ka doon ng pictures mo and ang caption mo doon is Matsadyahan 2023. So, by that, ini-store mo doon yung mga information using your phone or your laptop or your personal computer. Parang ini-store mo doon yung information about yourself. Yun siya yung sa information technologies. Any technologies that we can store information or we can store data that exchange into information. Next is telecommunication technologies. So dito sa telecommunication technologies, refers to distance communications such as radio, telephone, televisions, satellite, microwave, data communication, and computer networking. So dito sa telecommunication technologies, these are technologies na ginagamit natin to communicate and exchange information, ideas, or opinions to others. So example dito sa telecommunication is radio. Sa radio nakikinig sila wherein nakakakuha sila ng some informations like for example sa mga gamot, vitamins, or politics issues. So yun siya. Then telephone. Ito yung telephone, most commonly used ng mga teenagers talaga itong telephone. Telephone or cell phone, which they communicate to their loved ones, to their friends, to their families, and also televisions. Naka-communicate din tayo wherein, like for example, may mga bagyo or baha or may mga pumutok na bulkan. So, we can communicate to other people around the world that and we can give them information that kailangan mag-ingat kasi ganito ganyan, and also satellite of course, so that we can able to communicate to other that are far from us or to the other country because of the satellite, microwave, data communication, and computer networking. So those are under the telecommunication technology. So ito yun siya yung nasa pictures, yan yun siya yung example ng telecommunication technologies. Next one is networking technologies. So dito naman sa networking technologies, technology that enables two or more devices to connect and communicate with each other. These technologies can be as complex as the internet itself or as simple as a dial-up connection between two PCs. So dito naman sa networking technologies, ito yun siya yung sinasabi dito na technology that enables two or more devices to connect. So for example na lamang dito is yung cellphone natin. Yung cellphone natin, then i-connect natin siya sa internet, wherein kapag na-connect na natin siya sa internet, makaka-access na tayo ng mga online apps. Like for example ng Facebook, ng Messenger, which we can communicate with each other. And during pandemic, there is a new teaching approach wherein during pandemic, na-arise yung new teaching approach. And one of that is the online class wherein we are using our phones, laptops, personal computers, and we are using mobile data or internet which to connect with other people. So example is the Google Meet, diba? Using our cell phones, using each and everyone's cell phones, we connect with each other and communicate with each other with the help of basically of the internet or ng mobile internet. So networking technologies, ito yun siya yung that enables two or more devices to connect and communicate with each other. So next we have the ICT roadmap. In our country, the Department of Information and Communication Technology, or the ICT, has formulated a roadmap to guide all agencies in the utilization, regulation, and enhancement of ICT. Each project has corresponding policy statements and guidelines. The ICT for Education, or ICTE 4A, is a program under the DICT that supports all the efforts of the education sector in incorporating the use of ICT as well as in determining and gaining access to the infrastructure, hardware, software, telecommunication facilities, and others, which are necessary to use and deploy learning technologies at all levels of education. Among the policy recommended programs that have applications to education, teaching, learning are: we have ICT and Education Master Plan for all levels, including a national roadmap for faculty development in ICT and education. A national framework plan for ICTs and basic education was developed. So dito sa number 1, ICT develop a master plan or national framework plan in teaching ICT in different levels in education. And for number 2, content and application development through the Open Content and Education Initiative, or OCEI, which converts DepEd materials into interactive multimedia content, develop applications used in schools, and conduct students and teachers competition to promote the development of education-related web content. So dito sa number 2, yung mga materials like books or mga modules, they converts it into interactive multimedia content. And they also develop application that can be used in schools or in teaching and learning, and they also conduct a competition for teachers and students so that they can develop a website. And for the number 3, third program is the FedNet. It's a walled garden that hosts educational learning and teaching materials and application for use by Filipino students, their parents and teachers. All public high schools will be part of this network with only DepEd approved multimedia applications, materials, and mirrored internet sites accessible from schools PC. So, dito sa number 3, ito yun siya yung parang website na kung saan ma-access ito or a application na ma-access ng mga Filipino students that parents, also the teachers that could help them that serve as a materials for their learning and teaching. And it is also accessible from schools PCs using the internet connectivity. Next is the 4. Establish community e-learning centers called Eskwela for out-of-school youth or OSY, providing them with ICT enhanced alternative education opportunities. So dito sa number 4, ito yun siya yung isang program which the community establish a e-learning centers na kung saan yung mga students dito is yung mga out-of-school youth na mga student, and wherein they provide ICT enhanced alternative education opportunities. Dito tinuturuan on how to use ICT technologies. Then sa number 5, equality program for tertiary education through partnerships with state universities and colleges or SUCs to improve quality of IT education and the use of ICT in education in the country, particularly outside of Metro Manila. So dito sa number 5, itong equality program. Ito yun siya yung isang program which kailangan ng partnerships with some other state universities and colleges para ma-improve or ma-develop yung IT education ng isang school so that they can be globally competitive, not just here in our country. The number 6, digital media arts program number 6, digital media arts program which builds digital media skills for government using open source technologies. Particular beneficiary agencies include the Philippine Information Agencies and the other government media organization, the Cultural Center of the Philippines, National Commission for Culture and Arts, and other government art agencies, state universities and colleges, and local government units. So dito sa number 6, digital media arts program. Ito yun siya yung isang program na kung saan nagbi-build sila ng mga different students na i-hone nila yung mga media skills. And there is also different agencies na nagko-collaborate so that this program is successfully implemented. ICT Skills Strategic Plan, which develops an interagency approach to identifying strategic and policy and program recommendations to address ICT skills demand supply type. Ito sa number 7, ito yun siya yung pag-develop ng strategic plans through an interagency approach para ma-identify dito what are some strategies or policies and which they can also recommend to some other programs. So those 7 programs, they were guided by the ICT roadmap so that mas mabilis yung pag-disseminate ng policy and the enhancement of human development for teaching and learning. So those are the topics under the Module 2, Lesson 1, the definition of ICT policy, new ICT technologies and the ICT roadmap. And meron pang isang under dito sa um, lesson 1, the issues on ICT and internet policy and regulation that will be discussed by the next reporter. So that could be all. Thank you and good morning once again.